together. Now we one time. So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system and turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Detroit Lions. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Goff. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Goff and Williams hooking up there for a Lions first.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness is a premium for all of that now.
Now Goff on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. The Lions had 5 and 6 to start play. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Now Lawrence on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And incomplete on the deep ball.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against the secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
On third down, Lawrence. And he will find Atwell. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And this one too low.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Lawrence being chased out left. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And they'll run with ETN. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now Lawrence to throw. He'll drop this one off with ETN. Touchdown! Travis Etienne. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Jaguars take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Off play action. Here's Goff. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Jalen Waddle, 34 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Goff now looking to throw. He'll find Williams on the slant. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Under pressure, they got him again.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Try to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 35.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Lawrence will throw.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Jalen Waddle.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Jags have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And it's now 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25 yard line. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25 yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Once again, it's Swift.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
On any running play this call, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
21-0 our score after 1.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd and 2, Goff.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Go.
Goff, a handoff here to Swift.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
On second down, Swift. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
He's got this complete to Williams. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait to the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have third and long coming up.
Third and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction. Goff. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on third down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Badgley able to knock this one through, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they do come up with their first points of the game, but Charles, the question is going to shift to their defense.
Yeah, the way things have gone, 3 points could become insignificant fast if this grows to 28-3 or 35-3. They need this defense to come up with a stop, and they need to do it now.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group. And sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Lions will take over.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Jaguars will take over here just
shy of the 30.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are, positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now a first down throw. Gone. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. From the red zone now, Goff. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up first.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Jared Goff scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Lions get a bit closer.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And he makes the score 21-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays. Make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Lawrence.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, I certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here's Lawrence.
He sets to fire deep.
And, oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the
throw. Lawrence. This ball complete. It's ETN on the crossing route. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. So he stopped for no gain, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. O.J. Howard from 17 yards out.
And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked by Tracy Walker.
And the Lions force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Goff now looks to throw. And now here's another interception.
Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And that pick six, Charles, that moves it up now to a 3-touchdown advantage. A great individual defensive effort there to continue what has been a very lopsided first half.
And I better buckle in my seatbelt, right? Because you know, as a former DB, when I see a pick six, I'm up and jumping up and down watching it. Yeah, I'm supposed to be neutral, but those kind of plays, they excite me every time. They are in absolute control in this one. Nice play there.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Gone. This is caught by Williams. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
is incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Goff, he's airing it out for Williams. And my goodness, another interception. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off.
And the Jaguars are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And they'll start from their own 5, so you'd have to imagine they'll stay conservative.
He's going to air one out, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Throws left side. Atwell's got it.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
And that is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can. It's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here we go.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
He's airing it out for Williams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
And he'll take it just outside the 40.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the fourth quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will we be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and can be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Jaguars have got it on cruise control. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goal.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That goes for a gain of 31. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the 50, it's gone. Complete to Wright.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 4th down, Goff. And now here is another interception. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll run right here with Swift. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Here's Goff. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Jags are going to get the football here at their own 23. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah. Ty Detmer.
He's with the line.
He's got a man. Complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to next-gen stats. Wow.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. They go play action with Lawrence. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and try to add to this lead.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. This offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled. 42 yards rushing for them now to this point.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on that'll be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Rick Blair. And Rick Wall. 14.
Back to throw. Goff. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Swift going to try up the middle. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They'll try the air now with Goff. And this is taken in at the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hole.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
And now here is another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
That's Aiden Hutchinson. He was determined to blow that play up, and he sure did.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Lawrence. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And he comes back with one complete. And he's out right at the 25. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Jaguars.
Lawrence will throw. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Again, it's Lawrence. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. On 1st down, Lawrence. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Now Lawrence to throw. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. To throw again is Lawrence.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Romeo Okwara in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Logan Cook now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. 64 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries. First down, and they go with Swift again.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
One last throw here for Goff. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just